Big things have small beginnings. Where have we heard this one before? This tank is going to be absolutely awesome. Today I'm going to show you guys how to set up a Galaxy shrimp tank, and it's coming right up. Okay guys, before we get onto the good stuff, let me quickly go over everything about this tank today. Right, the tank is sponsored by AquaL. They provided me with the tanks so we can have more tanks in the shrimp room. Light is from AquaL as well. The filters that came with this tank do not fit into the shell unit, but we will be able to use them somewhere else. Okay, so big thank you to AquaL for sponsoring my shrimp tanks. Okay, let's get over the size of the tank. It is 50 litres. We're going to use ADA Amazonia powder as the substrate. We have two types of filtration in this tank. We have an under gravel filter that I've kind of DIY'd myself. I'll show you more of that in a minute. We're also going to use your standard double sponge filter. First things first, let's get the substrate in the tank. This is ADA Amazonia. And guys, this bag is 9 litres. We won't use anything near that much. We're probably going to use half. So let's get this out. Because of the constraints as well of where I've placed my tanks down there and the way I've designed the rack and stuff, we are not going to have the option of doing this in the rack, right? So we have to do it out of the rack. Let's put half this bag in. This is ADA Amazonia, as I said. About half is right. We don't need to worry about spreading this out and stuff because it's such a small depth, right? We're going to go with something new, something I've never tried before. We're going to go with an under gravel filter type thing, and we're going to put gravel on top of it, right? But let me show you that first. Let me explain the filtration. Here we have the filter. It's going to sit in the back of the tank like this. It has biofilm ultra, that is red stuff. It also has biofilm normal. This is an under gravel filter. It has a thick layer of sponge. And this is going to be the main filtration of this tank, right? It's going to be air driven. Let me get that to the back, but not quite against the glass. Let's keep it kind of nice and tidy. Also guys, I'm not going to put any plants in this until I'm sure it's cycled properly and stuff, because we're going to go for maximum algae growth in the initial stages, right? So we will need a little jug for our filter, because we're going to fill it with the ADA Amazonia like this. This is how this works. This is an Asian styled box filter with substrate on the top. Okay, very good filters. A lot of professional breeders use this setup. Let's get this in. I'll tell you as well guys how much substrate I've used here. So we've used probably about 3 on the bottom, and we put 1 litre in the top, right? Let me see. Let's just give it a little flat on it. Doesn't matter if it goes all over the place. Give it a little shake, make sure it all sinks. We can get a little bit more in there. Right, so the idea behind this, guys, is to get as much algae growth in here as possible, and then once we're happy with biofilm and algae and stuff, we can think about a plant if we wish to do so, probably in like a week's time or so, right? So that will do. What do you think? Okay guys, let's add in our other filter. We're going to go with 2 filters in this tank. This is a double sponge. This is the way I'm doing all of my tanks now. Double air filtration, right? And you will notice that when we put this in, I have a plan with my filtration as well. And that is this. I want there to be a circular motion in the tank. Whatever you want to call it, builds up in the center of the tank, right? So we're going to offset this little air filter, and that is more or less it. Next step is us putting it in position, and let's get it filled up with water, get the bacterial additives in there, and let's cycle. Okay, the tank is in place. Let's get the water in. We have a piece of old plastic from an old substrate bag. Let's get this in over here, because this is going to provide our little dampener for the substrate so it doesn't get splashed up and moved all over the place. Let's get the water in, guys. This won't take long. This tank is only 50 litres. It's a square. Big thank you to AquaL for providing me with my is on. We have 2 sponge filters, as I said before. I like one of my sponge filters to be up out of the water, especially the double sponge filters, because I think you get much more circulation, and you can actually physically see all the tiny little bubbles move around the water more when you have it out like this, right? The tank itself is very, very clear considering we just set it up. Let's get in the bacteria. We're going to use Vin's activator. You can probably just see here there's no light over in this corner, so bear with me. The dosage for this, guys, is 10 cc per 100 litres, right? So this is 50 litres, so we will do 5 cc. That is one full pipette like this, because this is 5 ml. In we go. It's an activator for the bacteria. I like to always rinse it a little bit as well. Guys, a little word on the water that we're using here. This is reverse osmosis water with salty mineral set to 130 parts per million TDS. Always give your things, your solutions, bacterial solutions and stuff, a little shake. This one is also 5 ml or 5 cc into the tank. Alright, this is Storm nitrifying bacteria. And finally, guys, we are going to add what I think is something that's quite unique. Is this is an ecological bacterial powder, right? And it also has algae in it. Let me see, where's the scoop? Can't see where the scoop is. I think it's lost in the bottom of the package, right? So I'm going to put in a couple of scoops in here like this. Just plop them in. And guys, this is the stuff that will help provide us with lots and lots of biofilm. This is Storm Ecological Bacteria from Vin's shrimp series. And what we'll do with this, guys, is within a few days I'll start to see a build-up of algae and stuff in here. This is what is so good about this stuff that Vin has, is the stuff that's in here produces a fine fluffy algae which is ideal for shrimp to eat, right? So that's what will happen in this tank within the next few days. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You will see more and more of this tank in the future. This is going to be, as I said, a Galaxy shrimp tank, Galaxy Pinto, Galaxy Fishbone, Galaxy Boa, could be one of those two. And guys, the tank on the next side here that isn't set up yet will be set up in a similar manner. Let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see in this tank, okay? Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Happy shrimp keeping, guys.